Hello and welcome to this demo where we'll learn how to extract a single piece of data from multiple PDF files. Let's begin. We'll create a new process with a relevant name and description. Next, we'll create a new folder inside of the project and add the PDFs to it. Add the PDFs to the folder. We'll open one of the PDFs and examine the data that we'll be extracting. We're working with PDF files where the text is in digital or native format, which means that it's directly accessible by UiPath. In this demo, we're going to extract the value of total from the PDFs. Let's get back to Studio and start building our automation. To iterate through all of the PDFs in the folder, let's add the For Each File in Folder activity to the workflow and provide the folder path. As we want to automate extracting data from the Adobe Acrobat application, we'll add the Use Application or Browser activity inside the For Each File in Folder activity and indicate the application, which in our case is Adobe Acrobat. To extract the data that we want, we'll look for the Get Text activity and add it inside the Use Application or Browser activity. Next, we'll indicate the required UI element in the file and check the Strict Selector option to exactly match all of the attributes of the selector, including the total value. We'll modify the selector later so that it works for all similar PDF files. Once we confirm the selection, we'll create a new variable using Ctrl+K to save the extracted data. Let's name it Total Value. And finally, let's add a message box activity to display the total value variable. So far, we've built a process that can extract the required data from a single PDF file. To extract equivalent data from a series of similar PDFs, we need to modify a few parameters in our process. First, we'll need to modify the Use Application or Browser activity, which is currently specific to Invoice 3A. To include all of the files in the folder, we'll change the Application Arguments parameter to currentFile.fullName. Next, we'll modify the Get Text activity to extract equivalent data from all of the PDF files. As you're probably aware, this activity uses a selector to identify the specified element. We need to fine-tune it a bit to make it less specific. Under the Input property in the Properties panel, expand the Target option and open the Strict Selector editor. In the Edit Selector window, we can notice that the last node contains a value that is specific to Invoice 3A. We'll change this value to a wildcard entry, making it broad enough that it works for all files. Let's validate the selector and click OK. Awesome, we're done building our process. Let's save and run it. We can observe the required information from both the PDFs is displayed in the message box. And that was all for this demo. If we want to iterate through multiple files and extract the same piece of information, we often need to fine-tune the selectors to make them less specific. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.